Yo, it's me, and this is a random breakout episode. City of the Millennial Tree season. Well, this is my second recording of the day, and I hope it's gonna be better than the last one because I got absolutely porked, and I do not appreciate it, being porked very much. So, yeah, let's get this going, I suppose. And let's hope that it won't go as badly as last time. Let's at least, hopefully, make it to 29th place this time. It's like, if I get 29th place, I'll die happy, is what it is. And it is it. So let's go. Vampire. I was taking a break just now before going to do the recording again. And I read this lesbian? I think it's more fit to call it shoujo AI or whatever, Anyways, I read this shoujo AI story about a mistress and her maid. Actually, it was just the first chapter, so there's that. So basically, it's just pretty simple, I think. It's one of your typical fare, maid goes into mansion that she hears weird things about, and then when she goes in, it's actually not that bad, but then there's weird rules and whatever, and the protagonist being the main character, she wakes up in the middle of the night and she does things she's not supposed to, and yeah, she gets caught by the mistress, and then the mistress drinks her blood, and that's where the first chapter ends. It's the only chapters translated right now, and the name of the Scandinavian group is actually, I think, still, they actually just put still learning in their name, so I really don't know what to say about it. I think their translations are not bad though. I mean, it's better than whoever was working on the recent chapters of Miss Kitty and her bodyguards, that's for sure. Miss Kitty and her bodyguards, the English is, I think the earlier chapters are okay, but the recent few chapters were 180 plus, I think, somewhere around there. It's gotten really bad, I mean, it's not illegible and it's not unreadable, sort of bad, but it's sort of English when you look at it, and it's English, right? But you still gotta use a lot of brain power to figure out what exactly is being said there, I mean, it's not Google Translate levels of bad, I suppose, but still. And I guess this would be a time to talk about another manga I recently found, which I really like. It's called Fool's Night, which is an interesting name, honestly. With a name like that, I didn't expect it to be what it turned out to be honest. It's what it says in the cover. Fool's Night is a body horror, dystopian setting story revolving around the main character and their adventures after transfloration. So in the world they live in, there's an oxygen tax, and this oxygen tax, I think, if I'm not wrong, exists because the sun has been blocked out by smoke or pollution, leaving all plants to die out. So the only way they could fix this problem and get plants to actually grow is by implanting them into people's bodies and letting the seed of the plant feed off them, is what it is, I think. Also, I'm pretty sure I can just continue bouncing on the trampoline, so let's try again. And I guess that's just basically it. So it's basically dystopian in the sense that it's, our society except with an oxygen tax and transfloration, and a lot more supernatural, but that's kind of it. I really love stories like this because they're I just love it when social commentary, I really like it, especially if it's something about the capitalistic overconsuming nature that we have all kind of just found ourselves stuck in, honestly. So I think it's pretty cool. Well, enough with that, I suppose. Let's move on. Temple of the Millennial Tree. I wonder how the Millennial Tree feels about being worshipped. How would I feel about being worshipped? I don't know. I mean, I've never been worshipped before. Ah, Jesus Christ, what the... Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. Alright, just be still, my heart. Oh my god. That was bad. God, the volume was so loud for a moment. I wonder if you can hear that in the recording. Who knows? Last time this happened, I thought the recording could hear it, but apparently not. So I just look like more of a moron than I already am, so there's that. I guess I just have to check the recording after this, and not make any reckless assumptions about the nature of recordings and alarm bells, But man, that was loud. Yeah, it's 9:30. I need to go shower and sleep or something. I don't know. I have a lot of things to do. Too many things to do. Why? I just want to live without having to work. Is that so much to ask? Come on, man. Well, it's like the old conundrum of we have enough to feed everybody in the world, and more, but we still have starving children, we still have starving people, and a few 100 million or million of them all around the world. There's no need for poverty, but yet it exists anyways. It's kind of one of those things. Kind of like how less developed countries usually have also lesser carbon footprint, not because they conserve energy or whatever, but literally just because of the fact they use less energy because they don't have the infrastructure to consume more energy like the rest of us pseudo high class kings, I suppose, in the more developed countries. Kind of unfortunate if you think about it, but it is what it is, it is what it is. Kind of like, if we really tried hard enough, the world could be such a good place. But because of how our society is structured and everything, we're just stuck here in a hell of our own making. Some sort of poetic irony, I suppose. Maybe, if it weren't for the fact that you can't exactly do anything about it. Since society isn't exactly something you can do much about, I suppose. Unless you're filthy rich. I mean, that's the problem with being filthy rich, I've seen people bring up the argument that, charitable billionaires exist, and that's not the point, sure, there could be one charitable billionaire, but how about the rest, The point is that nobody's supposed to have that kind of power and that kind of resources compared to their destitute neighbor, if you get what I'm saying, no one person should have that much power. It's why democracy is a thing, to prevent any one person from getting too in over their heads and then just going absolute bam crazy. And even that didn't work out as well as we wanted to be, so just look at America, man. That place is just wow. Not to alienate my American audience or anything, but you guys gotta admit you guys are messed up, bro. Man. And sure, maybe that's a bit much to say, seeing as I live in Singapore, but still, I still think it's a bit much. Yeah, freedom is freedom until you have the freedom to die on the streets or something with nobody helping you. That's just how it is, some people would say, but I mean, the world could be a better place if you want it to be, Maybe if enough of us just got together, we could actually do something instead of all fighting about it, but it's fine, alright, it's fine. I'll probably never see any sort of major systemic change in my lifetime, I suppose, but it's good enough to hope that maybe I won't die from the effects of climate change about 10-20 years in, I suppose. The sea levels rise enough, the country might just go underneath water, and That's not gonna be very great for anybody, is it? Well, except for the rich people. They'll just have more places to sail their yachts, I suppose. Their yachts and their boats and their submarines and whatever they wanna do. Cause rich people are like that. And you might say, what do you have against rich people? I don't know, man. I just don't... I mean, I wanna be rich, but like... You know, being rich always comes at the expense of somebody else, so... I really don't know, you know? I mean, that's the whole basic concept of labor, I suppose, isn't it? You hire someone, but then you pay them less than the goods you're selling. So in essence, you're actually underpaying them. But because of that extra, and the fact that you aren't exactly paying them as much as they could be paid, you are earning money and profiteering off of it, so... What would I know, man, you know? Exploitation of labor. My favorite flavor of dystopian era, isn't it? I mean, I suppose it's better than living in a feudalistic society, but still. We can be better, guys, you know? We can be better. You know, if you're gonna say, man, things could be worse, but like, things can also be better too, you know? But it is what it is, you know? So, where was I? Yes, Golden Cradle. The cradle of gold, and then I'll think about all the gold I'll never have in my life. I'm kidding. Have I ever actually seen real gold before? Probably at some point. 24k gold. You know, I remember seeing vending machines that sell gold. Makes me wonder if those are actually real or they're like, I don't know, man. Can you just really buy gold like that? Who knows? I know gold is important at the very least for its high conductivity. They're not absolutely useless, I suppose. Like diamonds. Diamonds are a scam, you know. Their price is so inflated, it's kind of ridiculous. But that's the world we live in, you know. Well, either way, it's back to the Golden Cradle and adventuring into the depths of Cookie Run of Break, the cookie game TM, isn't it? Do I have a deep voice? Probably not. I wish I had a deeper voice. I wish I had a deeper voice, but that's just not how my voice works, unfortunately enough. Or something like that, you know. A deep voice. I want to be able to sing low note. Low notes are nice to sing, you know. They make my voice go all vibraty and vibrato. And they're just really, really nice to sing and easy too. They're better than high notes at the very least. I don't like high notes because I can't sing them. Nothing like the pure dislike of my own inadequacy to get through my dark days of living, isn't it? Well, it is what it is, I suppose. I just can't sing high notes. I can try, but you will get ear cancer and I will not be paying any of your insurance if that ever happens. So, if you've got cancer, it has nothing to do with me, mister. No, nothing to do with me. Alright. There we go. Speed up, mister. Yep. Oh, I thought the slide button didn't work there for a moment. Alright then. Come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I've mentioned this before, but it still would be cool to have like, what do you call it again? One of those achievements where it's like more tailored to people who really actually play the game a lot. So like for 1 million jumps you could get a legendary achievement or something like that, or like for 10 million jellies absorbed in total, you could also get a legendary achievement for that. Like, I don't know, jelly these okay, no, actually not that, but like, you get what I mean, don't you? Jelly these nuts. Oh yeah, Got some jelly nuts, baby. You know, the more I record, the worse my commentary gets. And it's not like it was even that great in the first place, so kudos to me, I guess, is what this is. 19th place. This is already going a lot better than my last run. Holy Mary. Oh my god. Now let's move on. I mean, Centipede is not bad, but let go. That's all I was looking for. I was hoping for someone with a buff. And Sugar Glass came down from the heavens. You see, to bless me with our Mirage Full Grace. Aren't you pretty? Pretty Mr. Mrs. Mr. Sugar Glass, Mr. Mrs. Sugar Glass. I don't know. What am I gonna call you, huh? Pretty. Kinda makes me wish she had a costume, honestly. I think it's been about either 1 or 2 years since she has been released. So I think it's about due time she got a buff instead of like spinach, but who knows, maybe that's just me. Hydrangea did come out before, so I really don't know, man. Don't ask me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go down for the pet jellies. There we go. Oh, my nose is blocked. You know, if I get sick and I still have so much work to do, I'm just gonna chalk that out as a sign from God themselves that I really don't need to do my work, is what it is, you know. Ow, my butthole hurts. Why? Pretty sure I shit earlier this morning, but whatever, that's fine too. And I know it's TMI and I know you don't need to know it, but look, man, I'm not selling OnlyFans yet, so I think I'm good on that measure, you know. Did you know Markiplier has OnlyFans? I did not subscribe to it, but if I ever get a chance to, I probably will. Why? I don't know, cause I like the guy. I think he's cool, honestly. And if you don't know, Markiplier is a very, very popular commentary YouTuber who has an OnlyFans. He's a decent dude, you know, yeah. You gotta like him. He stands up for his fellow creator when the content platform is biased, you know, against others. So you gotta like that about him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I've been getting to needle felting lately, and by getting to needle felting, I mean more of I've been watching other people do needle felting, sort of getting into needle felting kind of thing, if you get what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's nothing like standing over and appraising other people's work while claiming you are doing some of your own. I just pure so-called supervising, you know. 1, 2. There we go. Yep, HP. Oh yeah. Side note, I think my tongue is on fire. I'm kidding, my tongue isn't on fire. But it isn't very happy with me ever since I burned it yesterday. Look, man, it was a risotto. There was cheese and mushrooms and bacon and cheese and a lot of cheese. And I really wanted the cheese, so I did what I had to, alright? You just have to trust me on that one. I did what I had to. And I burned my tongue for it. All in all, not too bad of a deal if you ask me. Oh well. Are we gonna reach 500 million? Who knows? There we go. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Yeah, 1, 2. There we go. My lady. Yep. 8th place. Let's move on. This is going so well, man. Really, compared to my last run. Jeez. If I somehow mess this up afterwards, just count it up as a sign from God that I really need to sleep. And I don't need to do all my work that I've been putting off. Most definitely. Yes, that's definitely what God is telling me right now. Alright. You could write the whole new Bible at this time. New Bible, you know. You say what it is. No. Alright, fine. I'll get an epic buff. Such a powerful skill, your loss. I don't mind, man. If it's my loss, then I don't wanna have a gain, brother. This loss is so good, and it's my favorite. Like, no kidding, actually. It's actually just my favorite epic buff out of all of them. I love this one the most, cause it's so satisfying, man. You know, like, come on. Who doesn't find it satisfying? You gotta suck up all the jellies, you know? Gotta suck it up, bruh. 1, 2. Oh, it's getting very laggy now. Oh dear. And sure, this might not actually make anything in the long run or so, but I still like it, you know. And Cookie Run is about having fun and also getting minor stat gains at the same time, you know. By stat gains I mean diamonds. I've got about 450k diamonds in my account right now, and I don't know what to do with them. And I remember there was that one guy who just screamed at me, all caps in the comments, to max out my timekeeper. No worries, bro, if I did it the other day. Not because I was actually tempted to, but like, I had to do it because I was trying to finish all my unfinished like cookie trials, and I didn't like seeing the fact that my timekeeper trial wasn't like at rainbow or diamond, so I just maxed her out for the sake of it, so I could get her at max. Wait, does it make sense? No, it doesn't. No, so I could finish up her trial. Yeah, that's the sentence. Yeah, yep. I am definitely very English, you know. English is my only language. Beat that, all you bilingual, trilingual, swilingual, Senalingo, whatever lingo, suckers. You will never have the same amount of inability, incompetence, and inadequacy as I do. And now you might say, who takes pride in that kind of thing? I do, mister. I do. Cause I've got nothing else to find happiness in my life. So you gotta find joy in the failures. Or something along those lines, you know? Give me something good, man. Why gotta be like this? It's fine. I'll get energy, thank you very much, thank you. Yep. There we go. Who wants to be smashed? Not me, mister, not me. I don't want to get smashed. Not in the alcoholic way. Not in the literal way. And definitely not in the sexual way. You might say, Francis, what the heck? Why? I thought everybody loves alcohol. Having alcohol to wash away the sorrows of a life, but no, you see, I'm not allowed to go near alcohol because of reasons. I'm kidding. I could technically do the alcohol, just I will probably get addicted. It's what will happen, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just not gonna hopefully touch it in the first place. Also, alcohol is pretty darn expensive, alright? Like, I know beer is a thing, but like, if at some point I ever get enamored with just the pure if just the pure like connoisseurism, if that is even an actual word, the pure connoisseurism of wine bottles, then no, I'm gonna go broke, alright? I don't have enough money for another addiction, alright? I'm already addicted to being sick all the time. I don't need another thing on my bill, alright? Don't need another illness. Okay? It's not fun being ill all the time, alright? It makes things very hard for me to do. I do not appreciate it, thank you very much. And I mean, sex is ill, you know? Like, if you wanna have sex and you wanna whatever, but then go ahead, man, you know? I mean, I make dick jokes all the time, and like, I am most definitely, You know, what normal grown-up person would be so immature? I don't know. But I do know that I am mentally 7 years old, so you cannot beat that out of me. Anyways, I just have no interest for sex or anything of that kind. Pretty sure I've already talked about this before many times, but oh well. I still wish there was more asexual representation, if you ask me, to be honest. Too often I read something and then like two people who are really close to each other suddenly get all sexied up and everything, and I don't like that. Alright, mister. I'm more of a I'm gonna be so chummy I kiss you on the cheeks, but like not in a sexual way kind of guy. 1, 2, there we go. And yes, I do realize that if I time my skill a little bit better and more efficiently, I would have made it, but it's fine. Alright guys, it's fine. Like I always tell my mother whenever she comes to me and tells me how bad I am at being a person, I also tell her it's fine, everything is fine. Okay, it's okay. Everything's alright and great, I haven't taken my meds yet. It's already 9 o'clock, 9:30. Yep. I've been on this new medication recently. I'm supposed to take it nighttime since it makes me all sleepy and everything. And there were a couple of times where I forgot to ask for refills because for reasons I am not allowed to keep my medication near myself. Whatever, they should have just let me keep the medication, man. Like, it won't happen again, I promise. After one night of lying on the floor, having some lady mistake your name for, was it Trisha? I think she thought my name was either Trisha or Sasha or something. Whatever. One night of lying on the floor like that is one night too many for me. It didn't even work anyways, so like what's the point, bro? I'm not gonna do anything with my meds. Anyways, moving on from that. Haven't taken my meds yet. And I have another another medication for ADHD or something. Who knows? It's a controlled substance, that much I know. So they had to be very careful when they're giving it to me because it's controlled. I wonder why though. Wonder why that is controlled but fluoxetine isn't. Who knows? I haven't taken fluoxetine in a while now, actually. But then again, I don't really appreciate my tremblies, so maybe not. Okay, let's go upwards. There we go, then go downwards. Yep. For what it is, I really appreciate the fact that 1, 2, there we go. Alright, anyways. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, oh, the lag is back. Okay, 1, 2. Not like it was ever gone in the first place, I suppose, but now is the time it decides to truly showcase its might, And the time it truly matters. You have came back to ruin my life again, like you always do. What is wrong with you? Just leave me alone. Is my formally exclaimed message to thigh lag, alright. Lag. It's fine, I suppose. It's not as bad as it once used to be. So I guess we take that W, I suppose. I wonder how many times I've said I suppose in this episode alone, man. Must be one of the phrases I use the most in my videos. You get bored of it, Mr. 1, 2, there we go. Get the clam. Yeah. Alright. Missus. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. 500 on the dot. 8th place, and that's very good. Let's move on. No, I guess maybe not. Probably not. There we go. Who are you? Not you either. Hashtag blast tag. I kept on getting this hashtag blast tag the last time around I played, but still. Whatever. And Mr. Grandpa Cookie. Let's play with you now. Mr. Grandpa Cookie. As long as you're happy here, you don't need to buy any toys. Ain't that right, Mr. Grandpa? That goes to you too, my dear viewer. If you're happy here and just like watching my videos, that's fine. You don't need to subscribe or anything. I mean, I would appreciate it if you did, but like, it's not a necessity, you know. For what it is, half the reason why I make my videos is really just so that other people can see it, you know. I mean, you know, as long as you're having fun, it's great, man. I'll continue doing it. Please don't hit yourself. Alright, Mr. Grandpa Cookie. Grandpa, yay. Grandpa, I know I've told you about my grandpa before, but still, Mr. Grandpa, man, gives me memories. Last I saw you, you were in your coffin at your funeral. You know how like books always describe it as like he didn't really look dead, he just looked like he was just sleeping? I mean, they're not half wrong, I suppose, but like, I say half, not only half wrong, because they are kind of wrong. Like, you can tell by his skin color that bro is most definitely either not very healthy, and by not very healthy, probably very frail and on the verge of death, or he's dead. And my grandfather is one dead guy, I tell you. It brings back the memories. Memories of my teacher telling me that, wow, I must not have been close to my grandfather or cared about him, because I didn't cry in class when I told her that I had to go for a funeral so I couldn't attend school. In that right, child. I'll never forget that, man. I mean, I don't exactly hold a grudge against her for it, I suppose. I don't know how old she is actually. Can't remember how old she was either. But I imagine she was pretty young, you know. At most maybe in her 20s or 30s. You know, so you really can't hold a grudge or something like that. I suppose it was just something that came out of her mouth. And sure, I guess she's a teacher, you know, and she shouldn't have said that to a primary school kid, but it is what it is, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all still kids. Sometimes we make mistakes and sometimes people get hurt, I think. And you know, it is what it is, you know. I kind of just remember it now. And I can't really find it myself to get angry even if I wanted to, I suppose. Cause she did make a mistake, you know. No, we're all kids, man. We're all kids, you know. I mean, no matter how old you are or wizened or whatever, well, sometimes things just come off your mouth, man, you know. Like, I'm no stranger to that. Oh, 524, that's actually surprisingly good. Didn't expect that, Mr. Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa. Yay. Hello, fun talking about my dead grandpa, Mr. Grandpa. Aish. Alright, let's move on, let's play. I trust my bike with my heart and my soul, is what it is. Do you, huh? What if your bike broke down? Would you still trust it then, huh? It's more of a metaphor than anything, or whatever. But still. A hyperbole, you know. Hyperbole. Ain't that a nice word? Hyperbole. I like how I talk like 2-year-olds when they're learning their first words, you know. You know, just repeating the word over and over because it sounds nice. Yeah, that's me, man. That's who you're watching. An absolute small-brained moron whose mental age is truly only that of 7 years old. Well, it is what it is. And all these curve thrown off idiocy I lie on, you see. I look over my kingdom of past transgressions and future mistakes and think to myself, oh man, I'm dumb. You know? You ever just get that monologue in your head that's like, this is just what this is, you know? Endlessly looping thought patterns aside, and the fact that I just hit myself on an obstacle, it's not all that bad, really. And I haven't showered yet. I should probably shower. I wish I lived in one of those like European countries or something. At the very least, some sort of cold country where I didn't have to shower as much. Like my aunt told me she's been showering 4 times a day recently because the weather's been that warm, man. It's kind of crazy, man. You know. And sure, I know that on average I take about like 1 hour in the toilet, and that my showering time shouldn't apply to other people, but still. Like, come on, man. You know, like 5 times a day. It's not 5 times. Sorry, 4 times a day is a bit. Wow, man. But like, I trust her judgment, you know. Like, if she finds it necessary, wow. I've been missing out a lot, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't really need to try again, do I? Huh? I mean, I'm in first place anyway, so. Hey. Well, thank you, my comrades. It was definitely a welcome surprise and a reprieve from the loss of my last round, I suppose. Just thank all our comrades here for running with us, and that's it for today. Take care and love ya.